Born in 42 at Jerry's Plains, he drew first breath. Fifth child of William Vane, raised to know the land. But in 63 the law came knocking with arrest for robbery at Boyce's house, armed and gun in hand. They took him down to Bathurst, where the quarter sessions met. McKellar swore he saw him there, but no one else could say. The witnesses uncertain and the evidence unsaid. September 63, they said John Vane free that day. He rode with Hall-Gilbert, with O'Malley by his side, through the gold fields and the ranges where the bold Bushrangers hide. But one by one they fell down to the bullet and the gun, and John Vane walked away alone when the running days were done. The only man who lived to tell of Gilbert's final fight, of Ben Hole lying dead at dawn in the cold and bloody light, while O'Malley's body crumbled where the wetting mountains rise. John Vane laid down his weapons and he walked away alive. At Milpost Creek they met him, Gilbert and O'Malley cold. July 63, young Vane, just 21. With Mick Berg, his childhood friend, together they installed a gang of 5 young desperados riding toward the sun. They stuck up stores, a mountain run, and Trunky Creek they rode. The Stapletons and Jamesons, Dominiques they bled, then joined with Ben Hall camping where Mimagong Road showed. And Hall became the leader of the gang the troopers dread. Pottinger and his patrol came hunting through the night. The trackers found their camp where the horses stood in wait. John Vane was shot clean through the calf in the firefight, but he mounted up and rode away before it was too late. Through 63 they terrorized the roads of western plains, held coaches and the squatters made the government take note. But the blood came fast that autumn and the dying left its stains, and one by one his brothers met the reaper's final vote. Mick Berg died at Dunn's Plains, first blood of 63. O'Malley fell at Gambler when November turned to frost, and Vane saw death was circling for the likes of men like he. So he gave himself to justice, counted freedom as the cost. Then Gilbert fell at Ben along with bullets in his chest. Ben Hole at Forbes was murdered, ambushed in the morning grave. They died as wanted outlaws, never finding peace or rest. But John Vane was already gone, he'd already walked away. In 1905 an old man sat with Charles White to tell the stories of the gang days of the men who rode and died, of Gilbert's life and Hall's last stand, of all the truth to sell. John Vane at 63 remembered every ride. He'd outlived all his comrades by 40 years and more, the only one who made it out, who chose to walk away. While they became the legends that the balladeers adored, John Vane grew old in silence, lived to see another day. He rode with Hall-Gilbert, with O'Malley by his side, through the gold fields and the ranges where the bold Bushrangers hide. But one by one they fell down to the bullet and the gun, and John Vane walked away alone when the running days were done. The only man who lived to tell of Gilbert's final fight, of Ben Hall lying dead at dawn in the cold and bloody light, while O'Malley's body crumpled where the wetting mountains rise. John Vane skies. Now the songs remember Gilbert, Hall and O'Mealy's names, while Van became a footnote in the bushrange in flames. But he walked away with breath still warm, with life still left to live, the one who chose surrender over all he had to give. John Vane, the one who walked away. John Vane, who lived to see the day.